A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Oh, so we went to a political rally.
We?
I was gonna say we is a bit of a.
I was
Well,
just gonna say
okay.
we
Very
with massive
liberal,
quotation
right?
marks.
Okay, the gang went to a political rally, and
That's still a bit of a misleading term.
half of the gang went to a political rally,
There we go.
and then they got attacked by domestic terrorists.
There we go.
Exactly. Government-sponsored domestic terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't know about that
Specifically.
part, but
Oh, well, they did. Didn't
a
they say
group
something?
of people claiming that the mayor sent them tried
Yeah.
to assassinate Samuel and his supporters, and set the building on fire with a very highly illegal type of alchemist fire called airburn fire.
They were just being a little silly.
And they were being a little silly because they all got killed. And yeah, so I believe specifically last we left off, the party had gotten out of the building. You'd saved a few of the civilians and Samuel. The town's the volunteer fire department is in the process of trying to get the fire out at the bank. But the Galamid Bank is completely fucked. And
Really?
Yeah.
It's burning from basement to top. You think?
Yeah, I believe specifically last we left off, y'all were walking back towards the inn, I think, because it's currently around 7:30 at night.
Actually, last we left off, we had an argument in the pub.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I
we
went
had a
to
very,
bed
very
and then
bad argument.
healed Morgrim.
yes, that is what was happening.
Ouch.
Yes,
Yep.
I think Bastion managed to successfully heal you.
I did.
At least a little bit. Maybe not too much, because Morgan was pretty banged up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Everyone's pretty banged up right now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm doing great.
Yeah,
Oh, no, wait, no, I'm not.
1 hit point above bloodied. Yeah, you're doing
Yeah,
great.
no, we're all fucked.
I'm not bloodied, though.
This is true.
Yes.
And
Ha-ha.
of course, Thub slept through all of this. And of course, we can't forget that Wyatt and Thicket did a bunch of gambling before all that happened. So Thicket lost almost all of his money.
I have great coping mechanisms.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
No, he just gambled away most of his silver at the very least.
Okay.
Look,
But
if I keep going, I keep raising the stakes, I'm gonna make it back.
You know.
So, yeah. Was there anything that Wyatt or Thicket wanted to do before going to sleep? Or are you calling it a night?
Getting blackout drunk.
Okay. So
Yes, we are. See, we have exactly right.
So I'm gonna say
imagine,
that
I imagine after this argument, Thicket and Wyatt, we exchanged that glance, and it's just that like we're just like fucking drinking ourselves to death tonight.
Okay.
You want to? Is that what we're doing? We had that look, where we're like just go right to the bar and just go like, fuck it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that collectively, if you guys are going in to get blackout drunk, I'm gonna say collectively both of you spend 2 gold, or
2 gold.
Each of you spends 2 gold. So minus
Okay,
2
okay.
from each of you.
Beautiful. Okay.
And fortitude saves from both of you, please.
2 gold. I'll pay that out in silver. So it's 20 silver, right?
Mm-hmm. 29. Okay.
Fortitude save.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. Well, you do get drunk. Even with a 29, you do get drunk. The other question is, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Well, are you drinking wine? Are you drinking beer? Are you drinking just straight liquor? Are you having sugary little mixed drinks? Like what are you drinking here?
Oh look, we got little. I don't drink. I don't know what's a nice fun cocktail people drink for fun. What is it?
Drink a Cosmo.
A Cosmo. Yes, we're drinking little Cosmos, getting blackout drunk on them. No.
It's clear you don't drink.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
And as with most, a lot of people who just start drinking the hard stuff, you wake up the morning feeling surprisingly okay. Even though you definitely threw up several times, you think you're not really sure, but you feel the taste of vomit in your mouth. The next morning, as you wake up at around 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, we went to bed at like 7 o'clock.
Oh no, you went to bed. You probably got to sleep around midnight or so.
Okay.
However, when you drink a lot, you tend to wake up early. Part of getting a hangover is that you can't sleep.
I've never had a hangover.
I
don't
have.
drink, so I don't know. Yeah, so I defer to the expert in drinking right now.
That is one of the worst parts of getting really, really drunk is that you wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning and cannot get back to sleep, and you're absurdly dehydrated.
Really?
I was like that until I turned 21.
One day that's gonna kick you in the ass. And I look forward to seeing it.
So anyways,
yeah, gosh.
But yeah, Thicket, you're mostly fine actually. Wyatt? Oh!
That's the sound you actually hear canonically coming from upstairs.
Yeah, it's pretty
oh gosh.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, so you're not doing so hot right now. But yeah, the rest of you eventually wake up as well, at a more normal hour.
Okay.
Now, Thicket, something you notice as you're trying to get back to sleep. Something feels a little odd. And you're realizing that this is an odd feeling that you've had ever since Cranberry went through the fire and liquefied that dude's insides. It's as if the soul of Frost has just been. You almost have like a reflux feeling in your throat, and you can feel that, but you can feel that it's coming from the soul of Frost, like penetrating through your chest into like your throat. Well, you did a lot of vomiting last night. You drink some water. No, that doesn't help at all.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead and make a cranberry lore check. 21. You can feel. You sort of do your best to commune with Cranberry still inside your chest, and you can definitely feel that whatever this is affecting them as well. You're not sure if it's quite the same, but you can definitely feel that this is affecting both of you. Alright. So, you all meet up back downstairs. Wyatt is clearly under the weather.
What Sicken Valley am I at right now? Or
I would say probably. I would say you're probably just sickened 1.
okay, I'll pad that. I don't think I can.
But
Yes.
well, no, I mean you can.
Oh.
I mean, we can just say that you're managing to retch it up because like
All
that's
right.
how sickened works.
I'm in the alleyway. Yeah.
Probably more likely the innkeep just knows to always have greasy food for breakfast.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So that definitely helps take the edge off, and you're kind of used to it, so it's not really that bad. So
Well, good morning, folks.
I will note that Thub is noticeably absent.
Where's Red?
Are they not with you? I thought they were rooming with you guys.
It was.
They were not.
See
They got
him.
their own room, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know what room they were in?
Yeah, you know what room they were in.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
You go up to the door, and immediately you don't even get a chance to knock on the door. Like, you raise your hand, and you just hear on the other side.
Oh, he's that kind of sleeper.
All right then. Dragon's out cold. I'm gonna go down and have breakfast.
All right. So you all have your breakfast.
Very awkward breakfast, I imagine, after the massive argument we all had last night.
Probably a little bit. Are there any
Yeah.
words exchanged?
Not between you
It
and
was
us.
pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
Out of character? Yeah, it was pretty damn bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, Thicket's just fine. He doesn't know that anything was wrong at any point.
Nothing bad.
Nothing bad's ever happened, ever.
Right. Well, anyone got plans for the day? Figure out what's going on in which way. Yeah, he also didn't seem to get really many hits on him.
They definitely did. Gilbert,
Oh,
or
did
not
they?
Gilbert. Yeah, Samuel was like bloodied
Okay.
by the end of it.
Yeah, I don't trust him, but I also don't trust Samuel. Yes, but the matter is, how do we go about investigating without, tipping off one or both of them that we're, investigating them? You don't think that'll be suspicious? Not a bad plan. Who do we want to hit first? Mr. Mayor?
No. Gilbert is the mayor. Samuel is the one who got attacked.
We can. I don't know. Do we know where to find him?
Well, you would have thought the bank, but you don't know
Not
exactly
much of a bank
where.
left.
Yeah. You don't know exactly where he lives. So you might have to do a little asking around. Yeah. And you definitely know where Gilbert lives because it's at the town hall.
Maybe we start at Gilbert and see if he can give us Samuel's address.
Okay. So, you all head on over.
By the way, I don't play a spellcaster not often. I get my spells back now, right?
Yes, every time you sleep, you
okay.
get your spells back. You just don't get your hit points back.
So I have to.
No, that's only if you take a full day of rest. Yeah, no. All you get back on sleeping is not hit points, except for Bastion, who does get a
Lucky
few.
you.
Oh yeah,
due
what
to,
is that number? Where did
that's
I
from
write
your
that?
Essence Stone. It should be in your Essence Stone. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
4. You get 4 hit points. Oh wait,
Look
never mind. Sorry, that's additional 4 hit points upon completion of a long-term rest. Never mind.
R.I.P. Okay, we should maybe do some healing.
Yeah, Wyatt's gonna very quietly start healing everyone with the medic dedication and all that schmick
Okay.
and continual healing. Yeah. So I assume eventually, if we're gonna take like an hour or 2 hours, he can get everyone back to full, right?
Yeah, I
Can we
would
roll
say
that?
so.
Okay,
You
so
don't even
everyone's
need
at
to.
full
You
HP.
don't even need to roll it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you spend like, well, you know what? Make one medicine check just to see how this goes.
He
Alright,
gets a
okay.
natural 1 and just butchers us all.
Yeah. It was our secret all along. A 17. Yeah.
17. Okay. With continual recovery, I would say it probably takes around an hour and a half
Okay.
to get everyone. But yeah,
I
everyone's
can-
back up to full.
I can live with that.
So, you all start heading towards the mayor, towards the mayor's office, town hall. And as you get into the town square, you can see that the bank is definitely not in great shape. Actually, it looks like they're still fighting the fire. All these hours later. But there's basically like there's still some structure because the building is mostly made of stone, but like any of the wood is gone at this point. And it's
Any chance?
Oh, yep.
Any chance I could spout to help put out some of the fire?
Sure. Yeah. How long would you spend helping fight the fire?
I mean, are we really on a time limit here?
Not necessarily.
All right.
The only time-related thing that you're aware of right now is that Dawn Caller is coming back tonight.
Okay. I guess I'll spend a few minutes. You know,
Okay.
just take out a decent chunk.
Yeah, it's there's not too much left, but having a fresh body there definitely helps. Over the course of like 15 minutes or so, you're able to get a good chunk done, so they're able to get further inside, and you see the smoke is definitely like dissipating at this point. So you think you did some help.
All right. My conscience is clear.
What is your conscience clear about?
He helped put out the fire
Okay.
because the fire was still
No,
burning.
he just murdered 5 people who deserved it. That's what it was.
So you head on over to the town hall, and as you are going in, a bunch of guards are coming out.
Oh.
They don't appear to have anyone with them or anything. They don't seem to have made any arrests, but they walk on out and they push past you and head towards the guard station.
Wonder if they're investigating what we're investigating.
So
Possible.
Very well could be. Should we poke and prod them?
I don't think it's a good idea to get the guards on our bad side.
You make a good point.
all right. So you head on inside. The secretary looks at you over her glasses. What can I do for you?
We're just coming to check in on Gilbert.
Gilbert's a busy man. He's got a lot of meetings he's got to deal with today. Do you
Yes, we
have
heard-
an appointment?
Can we just get a standing appointment for every day at, say, like 11?
Well, unfortunately, his 11 o'clock is booked up today, but I can slot you in for... Looks like he's got some free space in his planner at around 4:30.
Sure. And we heard about the horrible incident at the bank. Do you know where we could find Samuel to just give him our best wishes?
Well, if you're looking for Samuel, he's hold on, I wrote this down. He lives up on the northern road, up along the northern road. Couple houses out of the square. It's a larger one.
Sure thing. We will see you at 4:30.
Uh-huh. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do before or as you're leaving the town hall?
I mean, once we're out of earshot, I would like to murmur, God, I hate that secretary.
Oh, she's a real bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Those weren't going to be my exact words, but I suppose they're not incorrect.
Sorry.
Love this party so much, guys.
Good lord. Okay. Thicket, I will note that the sort of reflux feeling you were having as you've sort of gotten into the cold, it's turned more to a bloated feeling.
Oof.
You alright there?
I just think I had some bad food. Bad food.
Colby, I think your mic might not be recording in Zencaster.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's not.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Why isn't it
Crucify him.
Should I try to rejoin?
Yeah, leave and rejoin.
Okay. I'm also gonna step out very quickly. That's all right. Just because my DoorDash is here.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Awesome.
What do you think he ordered, guys?
McDonald's.
Are you serious?
Probably.
It better not be.
It's probably McDonald's. As he
Ugh.
always says, McDonald's goes better with D&D.
Is it your cheat night?
Fair. Your microphone is still not recording.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Oh, there we go. There's something. Maybe
Okay.
your voice is just really fucking quiet in it.
Maybe. I was trying to go away from the mic to avoid that
Right.
leakage.
I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. You're definitely there though, so it's fine. Okay. So, anything else that you'll want to do before heading to Samuel's house?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, y'all start heading up. And it's basically from the description you were given, the house like in between, like basically dead center in between the library and the town square, like right there. Yeah, it's a pretty relatively simple yet good condition one-story building. Like most of the buildings here, seems to be made out of stone predominantly. And this one does have a little bit more wood than the other buildings in the area. Which
Hi, I'm back.
you're back.
Oh my! It sounded like you just got murdered.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean I got murdered?
It sounds like it was a massive struggle and somebody got hurt.
We could hear
Dude, I know what you're
we
talking-
could hear Aiden going, no, no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ. Well, his mic is definitely working again.
I think they all heard that downstairs.
So
They're laughing even louder, so I'm assuming that's a yes.
yes, they're laughing loud enough that we could hear them. So definitely yes.
Awesome. What is up with my mic sensitivity?
I don't
That's why I
know.
really want to get a dynamic.
But anyways, yeah, it looks to be a pretty mostly standard stone one-story building. Just has more wood than most buildings in the area, which you would all kind of have figured out at this point. Wood is a bit of a commodity on Salter because, there's only one forest in the entire place. Yeah. What now?
It's a good question.
I suppose we knock.
Okay. Bastion, you walk up to the door and you give a little knock. And, no answer.
Well, can't say I'm terribly surprised.
I will note that, there does appear to be some sort of a light source on inside. If you look through the window.
Oh.
Can we see anything else through the window?
Well, yeah, if you look through, it definitely appears that it's a pretty neat and tidy house. Even from the outside, you can definitely tell that it's the house of a rich man, because you can see quite a bit of silver through the window. You're looking, looks like into sort of the dining area. And the entire table is like it's a 12 seating table with what looks to be silver, like proper silverware on the inside.
Sheesh.
Well,
Let's be so
Good.
real. What are the odds we're gonna need some of that silver?
what do you mean?
I mean, like if we have to fight like a werewolf or something.
Low enough that I don't think we should steal his dining ware?
What if we made money off it?
How was that better?
Can we maybe decide if he's the criminal or the victim before we rob him?
All right, fine.
I'm gonna pound on the door. Samuel!
You don't get an answer.
Can we hear?
I'm gonna
anything?
try the door handle.
You try the door handle and it seems locked.
Alright. What odds does everyone have on he's dead inside and we're gonna get framed for his murder?
Well, you just went to a dark place really fast, huh?
Oi, it's been a long night. He's probably just fast asleep.
Someone attempted his assassination last night.
Potentially.
fail.
Is there a back door?
Well, you go around and there does appear to be a door in the back, yes.
I wanna try that door.
That door also appears locked.
Are there other windows?
Yeah, there's quite a few windows actually all around, just around the house in general.
Do I see anything of note through them, or?
Well, looking through, you mostly just see more house stuff. You see a lot more silver. Uh, looking through, yeah, you see a lot more silver. Very nice chairs in what looks to be his living room space. Quite a few cabinets with more silver. And let's see. Which D20 are we going to use tonight? Emma, why don't you give me a number 1 through 14?
Okay, I'm gonna pick 2, and I'm gonna add it to our list that I started last week.
2. Okay.
Because we used 7 last week.
Okay. So, yeah. But you don't see any people inside. You do, however, definitely spot quite a few light sources, like candles.
Are they, like, burnt down? Or are they, like...
It's a little difficult to tell from through the glass, especially since the glass is definitely frosted over still from how cold it is. They look like they've been burning for a while, but they're not like burned all the way down. And it looks like they've got those things on them, those little devices that you clip to the candlestick, where it's got like a little cap that flips down when the candle burns a certain way down, and it snuffs out the flame. Yeah, auto snuffers. That's what I'm going to call them. Auto snuffers.
That's a great name.
The candles all appear to have auto snuffers on them, and most of them, at least as far as you can tell, are a good ways away from burning all the way down.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't heard anything either, right?
No, you've not heard anything, other than the general hustle and bustle of town.
I'm gonna go back to the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Scale of 1 to 10, how objectionable do we find it if we break into this house to figure out what the hell's going on?
Well, I don't think it's particularly couth to break into somebody's house.
You want to steal his dining ware!
Look, I've got principles.
And those principles are you can steal a man's stuff but not go into his house first?
How do you
I
get
was just
the
asking.
silverware
I
if
was
you
just
don't
asking
do
a
it?
question.
Alright, so Thicket doesn't like the idea. Morgrim? Wyatt, what do you got?
Slaw's the one who gets hurt.
Yeah, I find the whole thing. I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me, but I'm not against figuring this out here now.
I mean, plan B is we go back to the guard station, we say, hello, we are looking for the man who had an attempt on his life yesterday, and he's not answering his door, and everything's weirdly lit up. Please help us. Unless, does anyone else have an idea on what to do?
If it's to make sure he's alive, then I suppose let's break into his house.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
Oh, if only Jason Nar was here, it'd be so much better, right?
Well, I'm not particularly good with being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Shocker. A live from Dice Jail Party that's god-awful at stealth?
Wow. I mean, I do have the waffle iron on me. I could just, like, toss it through a window.
Okay, if we're just gonna break the windows, I have fists.
All right. If you insist.
I don't want to break the
I have
Okay,
no way of getting in unless we break something.
Well, can I guess I particularly can't, but would we be able to scout around for any potential, like, open windows?
I would say you've probably
I mean,
all
it's
gone around the building at this point. The windows are all closed.
It's an ice plane.
they-
I don't know who has their windows
Yeah,
open.
I also would say that you could probably tell that they're not the kind of windows that you open.
Gotcha.
Well, I will say
no.
all of the shutters appear to be open.
Part of me wants to go to the bank and ask if anyone's seen him, but I don't know if anyone will be at the bank.
Well, there are still
There's
people fighting the fire.
They were putting out the fire.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does glass count as stone?
Minecraft this shit, come on.
I think I know what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is glass technically a rock?
Ask the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender; they'll give us the definitive.
Yes.
I yes.
I don't remember. We'll remember this ruling. All right.
I mean, so sand
A
is
ruling
technically
he will forget later.
Sand is technically a rock, and glass is made of sand. So yeah.
I mean, technically, sand is a sediment, but
Sand.
It's made of multiple rocks.
I guess, yeah, I suppose, yeah, I suppose it could count as. I'm assuming you're trying to base kinesis this.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
I would say, yes, you could try to base kinesis the glass.
Okay. I'm gonna channel elements
so-
and then base kinesis the glass.
the question is, how long before this ruling bites Cam in the ass and he regrets it?
Yeah.
Probably sooner than any of us could possibly imagine, including me.
Yeah.
Remember,
Okay.
that entire place was greenhouses, right? That's the whole thing about the city. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, are you picking a specific window, or just the closest one?
The closest one.
Okay, so the window directly next to the front door.
I guess so, yes.
Okay, what are you trying to do with your base kinesis?
I would like to try to pull the glass out without breaking it so that we can all go in and then put it back into place.
Okay, so these are windows with like multiple panes.
Ah.
So there are like pieces of
How big are
wood.
these panes?
They're like, hold on, I'm trying to put distances into numbers in my head. Each window is probably like, or this window at least is probably like maybe 1.5 feet across and 2 feet tall. And it has 4 equal panes.
It's too small for any of us to crawl through, isn't it?
Through the individual panes, probably.
And these are connected by wood?
Yes.
Do we have a wood kineticist with us?
No.
Or is it metal
God,
and fire?
no.
Okay.
Could you imagine if we had a wood kineticist? They would not be able to do very much
Yeah,
in this
and-
wasteland.
They do exist, however. Wood kineticist is an option.
Yeah, let's go to Presage next, guys. Woo! No.
Well, that kind of limits what I can do here. Because at that point, why don't we just like break the window open? Are there any other windows around here that might particularly have more space?
You look around, and there definitely are other windows. They all appear to be multiple paned, but a few of them do only have 2 panes from the look of it.
All right.
So you think you might be able to slide through one of them?
Okay.
At least your skinny ass.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna feel my way over. Yeah, because I'm assuming with my kinesis, I have a sort of stone sense. Like I can just like intuit where it is.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it. You also have hands.
I do also have hands.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess in that case, if you're going to attempt to base kinesis this window pane, I would say make a I'm gonna say to make an elemental blast attack. Just D20 plus 8, because that's your kineticist modifier. So I'm realizing you don't actually have the elemental blast action attack easily available. So just do
channel elements first, and then
just do maybe. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Here we go.
So yeah, just roll one of those, and that'll functionally be a check.
25.
Oh yeah, you managed to skillfully, like manipulate the edges of the glass that are sort of bonded with the wood to just unbond, and you just whoop, pull the pane out. Place it gently on the ground.
All right. After me, folks. I'm gonna crawl in.
All right, you crawl in. Does everyone else follow?
Can everyone fit, or
I
is
figured he
only
would just
skinny?
go through, open the door, and then let us in.
I would
Kind of
say
what I was thinking too.
if you wanted to go through the window, you probably... I would say Bastion and Morgrim might have a little bit of a tough time. And if Thub was trying to get through, Thub would have a very difficult time. Wyatt is small enough that he could probably pretty easily just get chucked through like a football.
Ouch, but very fair.
But yeah, Morgrim and Bastion, your proportions are larger, so it'd be a bit of a challenge. But you think you could probably do it?
I'm gonna point to the door and hit that direction.
He is blind. Could you go to the door, mate?
Aye.
Let us in.
I'm gonna go to the door.
All right, you go to the door. You find the deadbolt, and you unlock it. Which allows everyone in. So, yeah, you find yourselves all in this little house, which definitely is getting a little colder because there's a pane missing from one of the windows, letting a lot of the heat out.
Oh, I should probably put that back, huh?
Go ahead and make another kineticist check.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. You get it back in. You manage, you think, not to break it. Right at the very end, you can sort of feel the integrity of the glass getting tested. But you manage it. The pane is back in the window.
All right.
So, yeah. So,
where Thicket initially came in was the living room, which takes up seemingly most of the house. It's a very large living room that sort of also seems to multi-purpose as a bit of a study, because you can see like a writing desk over in the corner. There's also the dining room, as mentioned before. Yeah. What now?
What doors come off of this?
Well, there's the door to the dining room, and then there's two other doors that you can see from here. One to the north, sort of near the writing desk, and the other is basically like right next to the dining room door, like only a couple of feet away, like to the right of it.
I'm gonna go to the north door and I'm gonna knock.
You knock and you hear no response.
I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door and you find yourself in the bedroom. Sheets are all, like, the bed appears to be fully made. Everything appears to be clean. You don't see any blood or anything anywhere. Yeah. Everything seems in order.
Alright, let's go to the other door.
Okay, you open the... well, do you just open it or do you knock first?
I knock.
You knock and get no response.
I open it.
You open it, and this appears to be the bathroom.
Are there any other doors, or is that it?
That appears to be it. At least at first glance.
The at first glance is a comment that concerns me.
We should look for hidden spots, maybe.
Stamp on the ground, look for trapdoors, all that jazz.
Yeah, look under the rugs.
Well, you do a little looking under the rugs. They definitely appear to be pretty nice rugs, with regular old stone floor underneath them. Yeah.
If we not find anything, I also want to go look at the writing desk just to take a glance and see if there's anything suspicious.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the writing desk. There's also, I will note, there are several silver cabinets around the living room, through the dining room. They all appear to have sort of like be categorized with different kinds of silver. Like, well, the one in the dining room is mostly, plates and all that. And actually, if you're in the dining room, there is a doorway into a kitchen there as well. Which actually is the one room in the house that doesn't appear to have any silver in it, because even the bathroom has some silver. It seems that Samuel, for some reason, has a silver toothbrush.
What the hell?
Which is a little odd.
Can Wyatt, as Wyatt is kind of just quietly mulling over his hangover, can he make a religion check and see if there's any reason you need to keep this much fucking silver around?
Sure.
18.
Well, none of the deities that you can think of really have silver as like a big thing. Yeah, you're not entirely sure. This definitely doesn't feel like a religious thing necessarily.
Okay.
So Morgrim, you head on over to the writing desk. And it appears that it hasn't really been used in a while. You do see
what look to be a couple of notebooks, but the inkwell is dry. There isn't even a pen on it.
And the notebook's empty?
A few of them are, but a few of them also have some writing in them. And it is writing in a language that you don't understand.
Anyone know what this says?
I just speak common, mate.
I can't read.
Shut up. No, out of character. Does Pickett not actually know how to read?
He's blind!
I mean, no, but I mean, like, through Cranberry, could he still read?
Oh, no, I, like, genuinely do not know how to read.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Wyatt takes a look, cursory glance. Does he know?
It actually does appear to be halfling.
Oh!
And
What
it
does it
all
say?
seems to be mostly journal entries, just sort of diary stuff. Samuel writing about his day.
There's a lot of hate towards Gilbert in it. Why does Gilbert get all the good things?
There definitely
Gilbert
is.
ruined my life.
There definitely is a lot of Gilbert hate.
Wyatt's
One
gonna
of
translate that.
the diaries, like the older one appears to be dated from like around 2 years prior. So it would have started right around before Gilbert got elected. And there definitely is a shift where, like, once Gilbert gets elected, Samuel starts getting a little pissy. And Samuel seemingly never liked Gilbert all that much in the first place. But now that this has happened, he likes him even less.
So, is it like a jealousy kind of thing? Or is there, like, does he give, like, real, like, reasonable explanations to why?
At least at first, it definitely appears to be a jealousy thing. But the newest diary entry is from quite a while ago. It's from Second Equinox. So that's the equivalent of like probably somewhat close to 180 days ago, like half a year.
That's ominous.
What was the last?
The last entry is just very simple. Couple of sentences. Rough day at work. Oh well. Hopefully it'll get better. Saw Gilbert again. Bought me lunch. Very nice of him. That's it.
How often was he writing before this stop?
Well, early on it looked like close to daily, but near the end it was more like once or twice a week. Seemingly whenever he had sort of a more emotionally charged day.
Okay, well.
Now, Thicket. As they're going through all of this, you think you feel a draft by your foot. Coming from seemingly from one of the silver cabinets.
I'm gonna go poke around in there.
You start poking around and yeah, it seems to be a dinnerware cabinet. But as you start sort of feeling around a bit, you think you feel a candelabra, which is kind of odd. Everything else seems very organized here. So that's out of place.
I'm gonna give that a tug.
You give that a tug, and you all hear a as the silver cabinet opens up
Oh.
Oh my
and
gosh.
seemingly reveals a door.
Gasp.
Well, that's suspicious, I think is a word I would use. I knock on that door.
You knock on that door and get no response.
Well, what do y'all think? In we go?
Here we go.
In we go.
I channel elements.
Okay. The door appears locked.
Aw.
Let's go.
Well, the door is
It's
locked.
locked.
Oh. Can we?
Oh,
Does it have a keyhole or.
It does appear to have a keyhole, yes.
What's the door made of?
Door is made of stone, actually.
Oh no.
you're elementalist in the world of
I'm
stone,
gonna-
my friend. Oh god.
I'm gonna turn this door into a doorway.
Okay.
I was very afraid you were gonna say that.
Are you starting with the top or the bottom? Because you can only do a 5-foot cube at once.
I say let's start with the top.
Okay. You start out with the top.
Should should that be an elemental blast check?
It's not delicate, so unless you're trying to do something specific, like what are you trying to do with it? Just move it?
Yeah, pretty much. Just carve out space for us to move through.
It's not delicate like glass. The checks were because the glass is really delicate. So yeah, you're able to pull it out. And on the other side appears to be a hidden room of some kind. You can't see too terribly much as there's a curtain in the way. Deep purple curtain.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and work on that second cube then.
Okay. You managed to pull it out.
All right, there we go. And onwards.
All right.
Onwards indeed.
All right.
I'm gonna pull back the curtain.
So, Bastion, as you step in, you feel click under your foot
No.
as whoosh, spikes whoosh, shoot out of the door frame. Does a 32 hit?
Oh.
The fuck do you think?
Oh, no. Is that a crit at that point?
Yes, it's a crit.
Can
What do you
traps
think my
crit?
AC is
Yeah,
right
it
now?
can crit.
All right, interesting.
So, Bastion is going to take from this 20 points of piercing damage
Wow.
as these spikes just impale you.
Oh
Ow,
my
ow,
god.
ow, ow,
Oh.
Okay.
ow,
And they do not start to retract.
ow.
God.
Please help me out of these.
I
Ow.
help her out.
Yeah,
Ow.
why immediately rushes to
How?
oh, they're like impaled her, like
Yeah, the spikes are actively in her, holding her in
do
place.
not
The
move.
holding.
Do not move.
Do not move.
You-
The moving wasn't on the plan. I'm stuck.
No, I mean, don't struggle. Seriously, don't fucking struggle.
Wyatt, make a medicine check.
All right, medicine. I'm an expert in medicine. 27.
Mercifully, it appears that they did not hit any vital organs,
Okay.
and they did
okay.
not go too terribly deep.
Okay.
However, you would estimate, judging by the one spike that was the one or two spikes that were above Bastion's head, that thankfully just did not hit. You would guesstimate that each spike is at least half an inch deep.
Oh. I instantly transmit that to them.
Awesome.
Awful bedside manner.
What do I do about that?
So, with a 27 with medicine check, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I'm not a doctor in real life.
I was
know
just
how to
letting you
handle
know
this.
that she's not like,
Oh.
It appears that this was not intended to be a lethal trap.
Ah, okay. Should be a mechanism, I imagine, to retract these, if I could find it.
Wonderful.
Ah,
and your
shit.
plan to find that is what exactly?
Looking around. Shut up.
Well, you do a
Wyatt's
little
gonna try
looking.
looking around.
You do a little looking, and
I do a little looking.
you don't spot any specific mechanisms. The only mechanism you're aware of is the pressure plate that I would imagine Bastion would have clarified that she stepped on something. Would she?
Shit.
Yes?
Yes. So yeah, you would only be aware of the pressure plate under Bastion's foot.
Bad time to have a hangover. Would it be possible to try and remove her from these spikes, or is she just like crushed right now between two sides?
Well, there are at least maybe like 20 metal spikes, at least half an inch into her body in different places.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, that's not good.
Is she still standing on the plate?
Yes.
Can you
How,
can you
You're
try and
how
look
would
at
I
your foot?
stop standing
her
on the
foot?
plate?
Well, there is currently a spike going into your calf.
Ow. Ugh.
Can I try to forcibly remove this spike in her calf
How?
with my muscles?
With your muscles?
The muscle.
Where's our metal
Bed
smith
steel.
when we need him?
Yeah,
Bastard.
We have a metalsmith in our party.
yeah. If only you had someone with metal-based kinesis.
Oh, he had to sleep.
Bastard.
So you're just trying to break the spike.
Just one of them at the moment. Just
Okay.
trying to get the one out of her calf.
How are you attempting to break it?
How big is it?
Big.
Can I just like pull it out? Try to push it out?
You could try to force it back into the wall, sure. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
24?
24. You start pushing as best you can. You have a pretty decent-ish grip. I would say your hands, like, you sort of warm up the metal just enough that it sort of wraps around. You can get proper, like, handholds in there.
Uh-huh.
And you push and pull and you don't manage to get it all the way back into the wall, but you manage to get it out of Bastion's leg.
I want to move your leg just a little bit so it doesn't go back in.
I lift my leg so it's not in the way of
You
the spike.
lift your leg. I need you to make an
Oh,
acrobatics
no.
check to balance.
Oh.
If this is how I die, I'm gonna be really sad about it. He laughs with glee. That's a 17.
17. Okay, you're steady. You're steady. Man, this still hurts so much. It's not easy to keep this up, but you get your foot off the pressure plate, and whoosh, all of the spikes retract.
Oh.
And as they all pull out of you, Bastion.
Oh no.
You take 8 more points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Good God.
I'm gonna stumble out of the room.
Come
Lads,
here. Come
I-
here.
I am not in good shape.
Yeah, you're not.
Bastion is
Sit the
currently
fuck down.
mortal.
Sit the fuck down.
Oh my gosh.
I will attempt to I'll try and heal her.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check.
I'll
I
use
assist.
Sure, I suppose.
sure, okay. I use
So I guess Morgan make a nature check.
Okay, I
wait,
don't
what
help
is
you
this?
any.
Oh, I'm gonna treat wounds. So it's quick treat wounds.
Okay.
Let's do a fucking. Do you want me to do something risky? Let's do something
What is
risky.
the outcome
Oh,
if you do
boy.
DC
something
He's
20.
mortal!
DC 20.
Okay.
DC 20. All right. 50-50 chance for this. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Wait, you
What did you
assisted, right? You assisted. I got a
Oh,
19.
I
She
didn't
failed
do
the
good enough.
assist.
Oh, it's a 19. I
May-
don't get the healer.
May I also assist?
No,
No.
you lack the proficiencies required.
Yep.
Um, But
Damn.
19.
Yeah, Wyatt, you're not able to make Bastion feel any better.
There's
You managed to,
how many
like,
holes?
Several.
See, I can't patch them up all at once. God.
They're also
Swiss
all
cheese, man.
very
Yes.
small. They're also all very
The fuck
small
Swiss?
wounds, and it appears that they were not round spikes; they were triangular spikes.
Oh God.
so
God.
they're very. These are going to be very difficult to stitch up.
Yeah. Look. Take a seat. Wait 10 minutes. Give it some time for you not to, like, be flowing blood like this, because it's bad.
What on earth are you talking about? I'm gonna go ahead, take one of my minor healing potions.
Okay.
Oh wait, here. I start plucking the stoneberries.
Oh, yeah!
Oh yes.
Mm.
So, well, you've got to roll for how many berries you have first and foremost.
What do I roll? I have-
1d10,
Pretty sure
right?
it's D10.
I completely fucking forgot about these.
Yeah, you should be rolling for those every morning.
Oh my gosh. Oh!
10.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Each berry restores 1 hit point.
It's something.
Could be worse.
I imagine I'm just being force-fed berries.
And you get 2 more, by the way. You get
Okay.
2 more.
So, yeah, 12 hit points back.
It's
I
just a s-
see.
Yeah.
I see in my
At least you're not
inventory.
mortal.
I have something called unusual liquid in my inventory. I'm not sure what that is exactly.
That is an unidentified potion.
Can we assume that it's a healing potion?
It looks very different from the healing potion, or its slosh is very different from the healing potion you have.
Why would you
Would you
wanna
like
give
to
me a
attempt?
random...
Would you like
It's
to
a
attempt
potion
to
of mercury.
identify it, Thicket?
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Okay, make an identify magic check of your choice.
I'm gonna go with nature.
Okay.
9.
No fucking clue.
All right, fine. I'll give her my actual healing potion.
Well, I have a healing potion.
Never mind. I'm keeping it.
By the time we
I appreciate-
force fed her all the berries, it might be time enough to 10 minutes for another.
Oh, I can't... What? How do I select a token if we aren't on the screen?
Just add 6 to your character sheet. You now have 27 hit points.
There we go.
All right. So, what now?
And we look at the floor and see if we can tell the pressure plates from non-pressure plates.
Yeah, you can definitely see. It appears that there are there's a set of pressure plates, like the stones in the floor. It's sort of cobbled stone, and like in the doorway, all of the stones in the doorway appear to be little pressure plates.
Can we...
Like, Bastion's very lucky that she only got 1 foot in, because she might have stepped on multiple.
Is there space to jump over these pressure plates?
Oh yeah, at least as far as you can tell, you can probably like do a little hop and get over. You just can't walk over. Hell, you might even be able to take a long step now that you know that they're there.
Sorry, you say a little hop.
I'm not acknowledging that joke. Yeah, now that you know that it's there.
Trying to continue.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm not going first.
I'll go first.
Okay. So, Morgrim, you take a long footstep in, and you believe you've cleared the pressure plates.
I'm going to be
now,
actually
face to face with the
looking-
curtain.
Oh, okay. Do I see anything attached to the curtain that's like gonna try to murder me if I move the curtain?
Not that you can tell.
Okay, then I will try to peek behind the curtain.
Okay. You pull the curtain open a little bit, and you can see that there definitely is a room back here. And it's not terribly large. The main feature appears to be a stone vanity against one of the walls with a mirror. And the mirror appears to have a handle and hinges on it. There also appears to be a chair in front of it.
Feels very ominous.
You also see another curtain in the corner, made of the same deep purple, almost velvety material from the looks of it as the one you currently are peeking through.
I don't see any more pressure plates or anything in the room, though, right?
Not as far as you can tell.
Alright, I will move towards the other curtain.
Okay. Is anyone else going in too, or just Morgrim?
I would like to follow.
Yeah, I'll
Feels
follow too.
ominous.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
All right, you all manage to clear the pressure plates and follow into the room. So, Morgrim, you move over to the other curtain. Do you look behind it?
I do.
Okay, you pull it open, and there's a table. And on this table are what appear to be 5 mannequin heads.
Oh.
3 of which have what looks to be a face on it, like somebody's face taken off and put onto the mannequin.
Oh,
Like a
Samuel's
flesh
face. Yes.
That's
2
not
of the
good.
5 heads are empty. 3 of them appear to have Samuel's face on them.
whereas in his
Guys.
same face.
And one of them appears to have a few singe marks that are relatively fresh.
Ah,
We have
Cool,
an issue, you guys.
Do you
Can I
just look
do-
at them, or do you investigate them further?
can I investigate these? Maybe an occultism check, something of that variety.
Sure.
Okay, that's a 16.
Well, upon slightly closer inspection, they don't actually appear to be made of skin. They appear to be
Oh.
masks of some kind.
How is that almost worse?
And you said that was Samuel's face?
Yes.
So, this means one of two things. Either somebody has taken Samuel's face to use him as a mannequin, or Samuel was a mannequin the whole time.
Well, three of the 5 heads have Samuel's face on them. The other 2 are empty, so there's 3 of Samuel's face right now.
And
In
2
front
of
of you.
the... I don't think Samuel's a real person.
I
Is
don't
there any
either.
are there any creations of Wen that perhaps do this sort of as a modus operandi?
Make a religion check.
29.
29. Off the top of your head, you can't think of any.
Okay.
You would not be shocked in the slightest if something like that does exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, like taking faces, that's not really Wen's territory so much as it is maybe the Molders.
Molder, okay.
But Molder isn't really so much in the business of making creatures so much.
Yeah. The Molder face. No, that's a bad joke.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room?
Well, there's the
Mirror.
vanity with the mirror, and the mirror appears to have handles and hinges. The vanity also appears to have a sink basin in it.
I know that we need to open the mirror, but I feel like the second that I open a mirror, like, a sea of arrows is gonna impale itself in me.
I don't like the mirror, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's a mirror as well. It feels...
It's just creepy. As soon as he started
It feels
describing
like it's
I was
how
I
he
don't
checks
like it.
that his face is on.
I just feel like it's creepier than just that.
Okay, well,
Well,
we have to open it, so...
Yes, I will open it. I do have a
Okay.
question about the two empty mannequin heads. Were they
Okay.
like dusty or anything, or do they look like they're
They look taken
Clean, or
care
does it-
of.
okay? So you can't tell if there's like one's been empty or
They all appear somewhat well taken care of. They're also all made of very nice finished wood. It appears to be mahogany, so imported wood.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, go over to
Rich.
the mirror.
But none of them have any dust or anything on
Okay.
them.
I was just trying to figure out if there's two heads being in use right now, or if
Samuel
Like-
and Gilbert aren't identical, are they?
No, they're brothers, but
Okay.
not twins, as far as you're aware. I can show you pictures of both of them just for the hell of it. Hold on a sec.
Alright.
Let's see. Important characters. We have Gilbert
Mm-hmm.
and we have Samuel.
Okay, because I was pretty sure they weren't identical twins, but
Yeah, they definitely
Just
look
thought I'd
alike.
double-check.
They definitely look alike. Like, there's definitely a familial relationship. Familial. You know what I'm trying to say.
yes.
Yes.
But they're not identical.
Alright. I will look at this mirror vanity, look out for any kind of like little traps or anything, and then I will attempt to open it.
Okay. As far as you're aware, there aren't any traps.
I will open it.
Okay. You pull it open. And inside, it appears to be a little cabinet with, looks like cosmetic supplies, like makeup and brushes.
Oh.
Nothing creepy
oh,
there?
because he has to physically apply his face.
Yeah, nothing,
Yeah.
It
nothing
just seemed
specifically
creepy whenever he described it. I didn't like it.
No, nothing about this is ideal.
You believe there's probably enough supplies here to make, because these are all very nice products. It's probably enough to make an elite disguise kit. But another thing of note is an unlabeled glass vial with a light blue substance in it. Glass vials maybe like 3 inches tall, and like an inch in diameter, with a big old cork stopper on top.
Oh.
and it appears to be around 3/4 of the way full. Definitely not a cosmetic product that you're familiar with.
Anyone recognize this?
I highly doubt I do.
If you want to try to make a check, you may do so.
All I got is nature.
What check is even good for trying to identify potions and the like?
Well, identifying alchemy is its own thing that requires holding a set of alchemist tools and the crafting skill.
I have neither.
Yeah, I don't have that either. I'll make a occultism check, I guess.
Okay.
It's a 16.
16.
Can I? Before you say something, I want to point out that I want to ask a quick question. Does Bastion is it like a chaotic soul kind of situation inside her? Because I feel like it'd be really funny if it was like kind of like Colby Caldwell's like background, where every soul's like trying to vie for like supremacy of like that single moment, right? It's like shut the fuck up.
I am so sorry. I'm just gonna mute myself.
But I'm also genuinely curious if that's what's like inside your soul right now.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Damn it! All right.
So what did you say you rolled again?
16.
16. You're not really sure just from looking at it. Would you have picked the vial up?
Yes?
You can tell that it appears to be viscous, like not really a liquid, probably closer to a cream of some kind, like a loose cream.
Do you want to drink this?
No. I just realized we could probably feed Ficket anything and he wouldn't know.
Well, he'd know when he tasted it.
Yeah, but then the effects would probably happen, right?
Don't feed a guy a sponge, Bobby. Don't feed a guy a sponge. Wow, no appreciation for Bob's Burgers.
So what are y'all doing now?
Are you doing further investigation into this?
Can Wyatt look at it and can Wyatt look at it and see if it's perhaps a medicinal cream of some kind, or is it just purely cosmetic?
Make a check
What kind of check? A medicine check?
of your choice.
Does it count as medicine? What does medicine do?
Make a check of your choice.
I will make a medicine check to see if it's medical. 21.
Well, a lot of these kinds of creams and salves are typically medical in nature.
Okay.
You don't know much about alchemy or anything like that, so that's not really your familiar jurisdiction.
Okay.
And especially just by looking at it, you've got no idea.
It's not like petroleum jelly or anything like that, where you just slap it in everything and everything's gonna be okay.
You don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
Maybe it is.
You can't tell just by looking at it.
Man, you see the site says like something called like Vaseline?
So, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna pocket that. I want to take it either to a hospital or that occultism shop and see if someone can identify it.
Okay. I will throw that into your inventory.
We should probably take one of the masks for evidence.
Yeah, which mask do you think? The one with the burn marks?
Sure.
Do you think I will call him Samuel, because I assume he's Samuel based on this. Do you guys think he's probably out there still, right? And there's 2 missing masks.
Yeah.
Do you think he's wearing whatever disguise is missing currently? Because I don't assume he has all 5 Samuels, right?
I don't know.
You could have all 5 Samuels. I don't know.
Could have all 5, yeah. I don't know.
There's 2 missing though.
Yeah, that's
There's
the
like
thing.
no dust or anything to make it look like one was empty.
Yeah, there's no part of this I like, but I also think that maybe we should get out of the house.
All right.
Can we try and cover our tracks? Or is it too late?
I mean,
Oh,
we're
it's too
taking a
late.
mask and a vial
Yeah.
of stuff. I imagine there's blood
And-
all
Like,
over
I think
the
we
spikes.
close the door, we close the silver cabinet, we
Now,
close the other door behind us, and we bail.
as you are attempting
Oh,
to
no.
figure out what to do,
Fuck you!
you hear footsteps coming into the house.
Hide now.
Would any of you have taken the disguise kit supplies, by the way?
Margaret wouldn't have.
Would or would not?
No, I don't think she would.
Okay. Going once.
Not the full disguise, just the...
like the
blue
disguise
stuff.
kit, the cosmetics.
Wyatt's gonna. You know
Um,
what? Fuck it. Wyatt's gonna do it. It's
Sure.
it's a supreme disguise kit or whatever, right?
It is, yes, an elite disguise kit.
An elite disguise kit. Okay, I'll just tell. You know what? He looks at it. He's like, looks around. Nobody's there. He's gonna swipe that shit.
Okay. So yes, you hear footsteps coming in.
Fucking hiding.
Of one
Is that what we're
person?
fucking doing?
It sounds like multiple sets of footsteps.
Not
Oh,
good.
We're about to trouble.
Oh shit! Yeah, we are.
None of this is gonna end well. Is there anywhere to hide here?
The only place you can consider is maybe behind the curtain. Since
Pay no
there's-
attention
since,
to
you
the
know,
people behind the curtain.
the door
Yes.
to this room has been entirely removed.
Yes.
Oh, I
Um,
forgot that happened.
Yeah, you stone shaped it.
I can't put
I
that
didn't
back,
stone
can
shape
I?
it.
You could, but
No,
you
no.
have to go out there and actually do it.
No. Wyatt turns to Ficky. It's like, oh, you stone shaped it.
I didn't.
Footsteps are getting closer.
Hide. We're fucking hiding.
I'm gonna hide the curtain.
Yeah.
You're gonna hide
Yeah.
the curtain.
No, we
No,
all.
I'm gonna hide in the curtain.
you, wait, you know, like that funny scene where all the main characters like packed together and like behind something.
It's like
It's
we're all
Scooby-Doo level hiding.
Yeah,
we're all
Scooby-Doo.
peeking out from around a lamppost.
I mean, that's
Literally.
not inaccurate, since like the only one of you is trained in stealth.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You all sort of shuffle around, doing your best to hide behind
I'm
the curtain.
fucking trained in
Um,
and stuff. Wait, no. There's an action called lead the way, right? If you're trained in something, you could take charge of the skill check.
I believe that is a feat. That is a level 10 feat.
Oh no! Oh, that's not the no.
I thought there was
It's
a- I've seen what you're talking about before, and I thought it was
Yeah.
follow the expert.
yeah. Follow the expert.
Follow
That's
the
what
expert.
it was.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Follow the expert.
We've never used this. Oh, it's
that is
exploring.
a-
Okay.
That is a reoccurring skill check.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
climbing.
That's an exploration activity.
Yeah, or if you were like avoiding notice over the course of several hours or something in like hostile territory. But in this case, I have already rolled all of your secret stealth checks.
Got it. Okay. Scooby Doo style.
We're gonna die.
As you all shuffle around doing your best to hide, you
We all put
hear
our heads on the table in the backside to make it look like we're masked.
Yeah.
you do your
More
best to,
mannequins with random faces.
you do your best to hide, and you hear
One of us puts on this mask, the Samuel
oh my
mask.
God.
No.
Oh,
It's
oh,
the hit,
no.
and he's like ridiculously tall.
Yeah.
you hear a voice call out, hello there, town guard, anyone home? We got reports of a disturbance here. Hello?
If I was-
I don't know what's going on here, but that place looks a little... The door's like ripped out. All right, let's go through.
Don't step on the flagstones.
Do you say that out loud?
Yep,
Who the fuck was that?
they're trapped. Please don't do it.
Show yourself!
I come out.
You come out, and there are 4 guards waiting for you on the other side of the curtain.
Hi. We were checking in on Samuel.
Yeah, and
We
that's
thought-
why you broke into his house and destroyed one of his doors.
Destroyed is a strong word because I have a guy who can put it back together. Point being, you may want to step over those flagons and look in here because
It's weird.
I don't know how to explain what's happening.
Make a diplomacy check.
Oh no.
13?
Can I hero point that? You heard reroll?
Sure.
I believe in
go
you.
for
I
it.
believe in you. Hero point that shit. Oh no!
What did you get? Oh.
Can we also hero point? Oh, we can only do it once, right? Once per roll.
Who?
I did it like
you can,
5 times.
No,
but
you
that
can
was
do it.
six.
You can do it multiple times per roll.
Yeah, I'd like to hero point that.
Okay.
And that's a 22.
Okay.
22. Okay.
Sorry, my hero point sucked.
Um.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate this so much.
So. The guards all look at you, and the one who you've been talking to is just like, "All right, open the curtain and step back."
I open the curtain, I step back. Just so you know, my comrades are also in here.
I stopped hiding when she's.
Yeah, I mean, we all like fall out comically from the curtain.
What the
No one
fuck?
means anybody harm. You should just know that I was punctured many times by these spikes.
What spikes?
I'm gonna take my sword and use it to poke the pressure plate.
Okay. You poke the pressure plate, and as you do, the spikes shoot out, and the guard jumps backwards, crossbow in hand, and you can see that all of them aim their crossbows at the wall.
And then I
Incredible.
put my sword back in the hilt, and I raise my hands.
What the fuck is going on here? Okay, all right, step back.
Yep. Happy to. I step back, I'm against the wall.
Okay. 3 of the guards go into the room with you, while one of them stays outside to keep watch. All right, what's going on in here?
Well, if you go right there, there's a table with 5 mannequin heads and 3 faces of Samuel.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
And we found this little blue bottle. I was gonna take it to a doctor or an occultist and see if we could get it identified, because we don't know what the hell's happening.
Do you show him the bottle?
Yes.
I've got no idea where that is, but I've opened that curtain over there.
Opened it.
We opened the curtain.
2 of the guards just sort of eyes go wide. They lower their weapons. The third one turns around and vomits.
Oh.
What the fuck is going on?
We don't know.
All right, this is really weird. All right, okay. Well, Samuel's been down at the guard station filling out reports for several hours.
Concerned that's not the same.
Okay, but who is
Yeah.
Samuel?
All right,
Really?
you all should get out. This is becoming an investigation.
Right. Do you want this bottle, or should we get it identified?
Make a diplomacy check.
12.
Oh,
I don't. I guess give it here. Probably
I
shouldn't,
put it-
take things out of the crime scene.
Fair play. Here's that. We'll get out of your hair.
Yeah, what are your names?
Bastion Parker.
Thicket.
Morgan.
I'm eyeing the lads. Obviously, Thicket can't see this, but
Yes.
Wyatt should know.
I know. I was just waiting to finish it out, but it's Wyatt.
I did intend to say thicket, but I forgot that I'm on push to talk now.
Yeah.
The guard looks at Wyatt. Wyatt, what?
What's a good really quickly, DM, what's a generalized city of ships non-Mafietic, last name?
For a halfling, there isn't one.
Or there isn't
You
one.
have- Oh my god.
Well, not mafia family.
Right. For a halfling, there isn't one.
Oh, it's just Hyena Barrel. It's just fucking Hyena Barrel.
That is your last name, yes.
So there's no other family names out there you could play around
There
with.
are several family names, but they're all like...
You could claim you're a Cloud Veil, but I don't think that's gonna pass.
I don't have a Cloud Veil, guys.
Like,
what's a very minor one? Quick, can I make a society check and just like figure out the smallest damn like nowhere there is kind of one? Okay. Just like the most like 22. What's like the most bummed
22.
place?
I mean, well, the most bummed ones, according to you, would probably be the Cloud Veils or the Hajimids, considering, the Cloud Veils and the Hajimids are the ones who aren't on the City of Ships.
Okay. The City of Ships one, though.
When it comes to the ones on the City of Ships, I would say you might be able to possibly pass yourself off as maybe a glutton belly.
Glutton belly. Okay. It's glutton bear. It's glutton belly.
Make a deception check.
Deception. All right.
I like to think that Morgrim and I are exchanging a look of what the fuck is he doing.
Yeah, and then a little bit like, kind of fits.
Yeah. Natural 20, 21.
All right. White glutton belly. All right. We'll be checking in on you. Have you been? You're out of towners, yeah?
Yes.
Hey,
Looks like
staying
it.
Staying at the Ugly Wolf.
Yes, we are.
All right. We'll find you. Don't leave town.
Wouldn't dream of it.
All right. Get out of here. We've got work to do.
Will do. Gotta get through.
All right. You all exit the establishment.
What time is it?
It's a little after 12:30.
Okay, so we still got about 4 hours until our meeting with the mayor. Dawn caller back in town, or no?
I mean, you're not sure. You could probably check at her office.
Let's go do that unless anyone else has plans.
Let's do that.
Okay. You head on over to Dawn Collar's office, and according to her secretary, Dawn Collar has not yet returned.
Shit.
Well, I have no more plans. Anyone got anything?
No.
nothing.
Not until probably later. We need to go figure out that creepy baby horse thing at some point in time.
I feel like the creepy baby horse has taken a back seat.
Yeah.
Well, it could be related.
I don't like to think it is, but if it is, then that's a bad thing.
Yeah, there's nothing about any relation between those things that goes well.
No, there is not.
The only good thing I can imagine is probably like, oh, they're against each other. Monster fight monster. But well, that's it.
So what do you want to do for the next 4 hours?
Shit.
If you're shitting for 4 hours, I don't.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. You might want to go to the hospital then.
Yes.
I mean, do we want to go to the library to try and do research? I don't
Search.
know.
What exactly do
Ugh.
we research?
There's
So-
nothing to research right now. Ugh.
So we've
Man.
checked out Samuel's abode.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hmm.
We could speak to Gilbert, right?
We're waiting for our 4 o'clock or 4:30 appointment, whichever it was.
That's right.
That's what we're burning time for, is that meeting with the mayor, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
okay,
I mean,
more
I guess
stuff
we
going
could
down.
storm in and be like, this overtakes whatever the hell you're doing currently.
I mean,
But I think it would make that bitchy secretary hate us even more.
well, I mean, it is. I feel like this is pretty important.
I mean, I also feel like it's pretty important, but what if Gilbert is in on it?
Yeah. It is his brother, right?
What if
That's
he's
very
got
true.
masked?
Yeah, I mean, what if shit. What if
Does Gilbert
he's the one with the
live
masks? Yeah.
in town hall?
Yes, Gilbert lives in the town hall.
What if he's okay, shit.
How do we feel about breaking into his apartment?
I think it might
It's
be
his-
difficult.
It's
during the
town
day.
hall.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
Guys, this is gonna be so bad.
What do you mean it's gonna be so bad? It's no more or less bad
I say
than
that I
anything
say
else
out of
that's happened.
character. I say out of character. I was like,
Okay.
guys, this is gonna be so bad. Like, we're so fucked. Oh, it's not gonna be fun. This is out of character.
Okay,
What do you mean?
I feel like one of the worst and best parts about this game is that like we're not in person, so like we can't see Cam like behind his DM screen with like
I
a,
just
Yeah,
a
but, like-
literally
he's
ear
grinning.
to ear grin, right?
I know what his face looks like when he's doing that.
Yes. Can we revive
Like,
the
I
rule
don't
that
need to be there to know what it looks like.
yeah? Can we revive the rule to have our cameras on so we can see when Cam's doing that look?
I mean, I'd be fine with that, but
yeah, I mean, I got a background now, so you know. Oh my gosh.
So,
Okay,
what are y'all doing?
Bastion's just gonna stand in the town square for a minute, just kind of staring at the ground.
Okay.
Remember when you thought that me thinking that he was dead and we were going to be framed for his murder was too dark? Whatever this is a hell of a lot darker than that.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to decide if it's a good thing or a bad thing that the guards know.
I think it's good. I mean, I'll be fair. If you're trying to like disguise yourself as another person, if you're trying to do a conspiracy and more people are in on it, it's hard to hide, I guess.
I will note
Is there a-
that of the 4 guards, 2 were goblins, 1 was an orc, and 1 was a Cloudvale halfling.
Okay.
Which one was the halfling?
Not the one who was talking to you.
Who was talking to us?
The one of the goblins was talking to you, and the
Okay.
orc was the one who vomited in the corner.
Poor guy. Okay. Is there like a thieves guild or a criminal kind of, like the equivalent of the Crook's Nook?
Make a society check.
Let's see. $17?
Not that you're aware of. You're not really in this town.
Damn.
You don't really know all the intricacies.
Where would the bodies of... Well, I guess they probably would have burned.
Bodies of
Bodies of the attackers?
You would guess they probably burned. But they did all drink those potions that seemingly made them resistant to fire. So you're not sure.
I was wondering if we could identify them, figure out where they were hired from. Like, it's a big town, but it shouldn't be big enough that, like, there are nameless, faceless people who are just, committing domestic terrorism, right?
I mean, how big is this place again?
Less than 1,000 people.
Yeah, so I can't imagine getting 6 people together. Someone's got to know somebody, right?
Well, I mean, the point person... I mean, it's looking like Samuel, but it could be Samuel or Gilbert, or Samuel and Gilbert.
Maybe they're working together to make it seem like there's a conflict between the two of them so that they can somehow both profit off of it.
Potentially. Do we know what Gilbert did before he was mayor?
No, I don't think you've asked.
All right.
Because, like, if he's a weapons dealer or some shit, like...
Yeah. If we could figure out what his thing was before, his whole schmick before this, that could tell a lot. By the way, I assume right now I'm healing Bastion with treat wounds.
Okay.
I am, as we're having this conversation, wrapping up all like the holes.
You're just like sticking band-aids on me. There are like
I'm
a
just
dozen
packing
pinprick
gauze.
band-aids like
Yeah.
all over my face.
I'm stuffing gauze in these. Yeah. All right.
Make another
Oh,
check that.
We'll do a DC 15 this time. Don't be too arrogant. 17.
17. All right, that's a success. 2d8.
You regain 13 hit points.
Thank you. I am no longer injured. You know when Cam gives us like a puzzle, and then we just like stare at the puzzle for like 6 years?
Yep.
I feel like we're at a puzzle, but like there's not even like a puzzle that we're meant to be solving. It's just
Look, the
what's
alternative,
happening.
yeah, the alternative to this, and this is the solution that's pretty common from where I'm from, is to just take the suspect, especially if he's wearing disguise, to drag him out and just try and rip his face off. And if it comes off easy, he's disguised as somebody. We figure out who.
So your plan is to walk into the guard station, assault Samuel, and rip off his face.
No, preferably. No.
Well, when you put it like that,
No.
Well, just to be
I-
clear, that is what you said, the solution.
Sorry, I need to get
is
back in character
where
real
you're
quick. I need to get back in character real quick. Give me a sec. So funny. Okay, deep breaths. No. Preferably, we just go in and rip his face off, not assault him. And preferably when he's not at the guard post.
We might should keep an eye on him at the very least.
That's true. But I want to point out, we are at this point kind of on a time limit. Because, he's going to wonder why there's guards in his place. And why has that place been looted. And he'll find out very soon,
That's why I
right?
said we should probably keep an eye on him.
Okay, so we're staking out Gilbert. Not Gilbert. Samuel.
Samuel. Yeah.
In air quotes, Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
begins
if we get
to
the
snow
chance-
lightly.
I started heading for the guard.
Yeah, let's keep it like. Is there? It was hard to go with guard. I mean, we could just stake it out, keep an eye out for him, and if he's alone somewhere on his walk back, we could, give him the old facelift.
One of the guards who came to Samuel's house, runs across the town square and into the guard station.
Oh well.
Well, our cover's blown.
Oh.
Which guard was it?
The halfling.
I follow inside the guardhouse.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna commit, apparently.
You all head into the guardhouse, and the halfling guard is talking to a few more. They all sort of discuss amongst themselves and then run out, push past you.
Oh.
There are a
Who's
few
left
more
in the
milling
guard
around.
station?
There's quite a few guards. This is a surprisingly staffed guard station.
Wow, okay.
There's like probably 6 more people in here.
Is Samuel in here right now?
You do not currently see Samuel.
Oh my gods, am I friggin'
However, the guard station is more than just one room. Currently, you're in like the main sort of waiting area.
Yeah. Do you want to ask if he's in here? Just see if we're gonna talk to him, or at least
Who are
pretend
you
we're looking-
asking?
In general, just the rest of you guys, just to make sure he's still in here.
Be my guest.
All right, let's do it. Saunter on over. I assume there's a step stool.
I'm gonna like stand by the entrance, leaning against, just watching.
Okay. So Wyatt, are you going up to like the main guard desk?
Yeah.
The orc behind it goes, yeah, what can I do for you, citizen?
Have you seen a Samuel around?
Who's asking?
V. I am.
That's not good enough.
Oh, okay. Well, is he here? I just wanted to see. Again.
I'm not going to answer that question until you
Okay.
tell me who you are and why you're asking,
Oh,
considering he
well.
was just, almost assassinated yesterday.
Yeah, I was one of the people who helped carry him out. I just want to see if he's still okay.
Make a diplomacy check.
All right.
I like to think that in the guard's head, he was just about to say, "I was one of the people who helped try to assassinate
Yeah.
him."
No.
Like, oh, I helped carry it out.
19. 19. I have a +1 in diplomacy. I somehow got a 19 from that. This is not Jason and Nora, by the way. I am not Jason and Nora.
The guard sighs. I'm going to need more than just your word. I need actual details so that he can be asked.
No. I was one of the people who was a little late to the party, so I ain't got more details. But that's fine. I also talked to him when
More
he's out.
details, like a name!
I'll follow up to the desk.
Hello.
Can you tell Samuel that Bastion Parker is here to see him?
She turns over to one of the other guards. Hey, go let Samuel that Bastion Parker is here to see him. With a few others. The hobgoblin guard nods and runs off. Comes back a few moments later. Yeah, he's willing to say hello. You can follow me.
Let's go.
Thank you.
All right.
Go. I go at least. Wyatt goes.
Is it just Wyatt and Bastion, or are Morgrim and Thicket also going?
I'm gonna follow.
Remember the last time we split the party on this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
not doing
so-
that again.
You follow the guard, and he brings you into an office. And inside, it's a very well put together office. And inside, you see Samuel and another Cloudvale halfling. You can see on the wall behind her, she's much older. She's definitely on the older side. Probably in her later, mid-ish 70s. Which in human years is late to later 60s maybe. And you can see on the wall behind her is a very large great axe. She's got a clear scar in one of her eyebrows. The guard lets you in and closes the door behind you all and stands stands behind you at the door.
Okay.
Samuel looks at you all. Hey there. Good to see you all, I suppose.
We were worried about you.
Yeah, well, I've been here all day.
Does he still look hurt? Like missing hit points mechanically.
He definitely looks tired.
Uh-huh.
Like you can see. Well, go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Medicine check. All right. Medicine check. 13.
You can definitely see, like bags under his eyes, and looks like, definitely looks like there's a few bruises on his face from where he got punched.
Ouch.
But he's definitely wearing different clothes than last night,
Yeah.
and the people here tend to cover up like everything, so you can't really see any specific wounds other than on his face. But you definitely do see bruises on his face.
Got pretty beat up back there. Sorry I was late to the party.
It's all right. No way you could have known that was gonna happen. I would hope.
Yeah. Still
what-
hurting?
Well, mostly my pride, and definitely a few stab wounds.
I can help stitch those up if you want.
No, it's all right. I've been to the
No,
hospital.
please.
They've patched me up. I am fine.
Patched you up.
I
I'm
am
a cleric
fine.
here. I
I
can
am
heal you
fine.
up. Are you sure?
If you really want to waste your magic on me, when I've been to the hospital where there are also clerics.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
Has your brother said anything about what happened?
I even talked to that son of a bitch. Sorry, Ma.
But somebody has to have told
Did
him, right?
Did he just say sorry, Ma?
He did just say sorry, Ma.
I look at her. Does she make any?
No. He just said he like looked up and said sorry, Ma.
I thought he was talking about the.
No, he was
older
not talking.
halfling
He was
lady.
not talking about the older
shit.
halfling.
Like, wait, what? Okay.
No. He was saying that. No, he was saying that like into the air.
Okay.
As someone asked, has anyone told Gilbert yet? The older halfling does pipe up. Yeah, my men have had a little chat with him. He very
What did he
much
say?
insists upon his innocence and not having any idea what happened last night or why.
Were any of the bodies of the arsonists recovered?
We did recover a little bit. It seems that they drank fire resistance potions, so they weren't completely charred and destroyed. So we managed to get a couple of skeletons out. One of them was nearly like liquefied on the inside, which was really odd. But
Turn and look at Thicket.
We all like take an
Looking at
awkward
him.
pause, look at me.
He,
Who
he's
is
just
just
gonna
like,
scratch his bald head.
La-di-da.
Wait, he doesn't know we're staring at him, does he? It's just like...
Thicket, you can feel several sets of eyes burning into you. The halfling continues. Yeah, they all seem to be nobodies. They've all been over at the less fortunate's house when we got some renditions of what they probably looked like when they were alive, and from the bodies we were able to shape that and all that with a little bit of police magic. Several
Hired
people.
The less fortunate. What a fucking
Yeah.
scumbag.
But they definitely had the as far as we can tell, the Vafamelian weapons and masks that they had were on the newer side. Definitely didn't show the same signs of wear and tear as those that had been used on the battlefield. And
Yeah, the dwarves, as far as we can tell, there were 2 goblins and 2 dwarves. As far as we can tell, one of the dwarves was Lower Lordiri from Varfamel, and the other was a Fwill from Presage.
Oh, okay. So it's an
Where-
import, like actual unused import.
Where
As far
could
as
you
we can
even
tell.
import something
Either
like that?
imported or built.
Build them here. Why you need the factories and.
You don't
Well,
need a
I'll do
factory if
that.
you just know how to do it.
Okay.
If you have the equipment, you have the materials, all you really need, as far as I can tell, is metal and wood.
So you're
And the
telling
real
me.
tough part is finding the boom powder.
I have a bad feeling that if you're living in less fortunate's house, you probably don't have the equipment to turn
Yeah, no, definitely
metal
not.
and wood to that.
But that limits our suspect pool pretty immensely. It's either somebody who knows how to manufacture that stuff or has the contacts to get it from the continent.
It's pretty likely.
Still, Samuel, feeling okay? Even after what your brother did? Is this the biggest thing that's happened between you and your brother, or is this just a
I mean, he's
small
never
thing?
gone this far before. He's definitely
Right.
roughed me up a few times, like you saw when you brought him back to town, but never anything like this.
Nothing like setting the bank on fire, almost killing you, and setting
Not
assassins.
to me, at least.
Yeah,
I mean, like
Oh.
you
a planned
heard.
assassination against your brother is...
I mean, like Bastion and Morgrim heard me say during the rally, there are quite a few people who have been knocked off, definitely, by him. And the other halfling, who you've assumed at this point is the captain of the guard, chimes in. Allegedly, you don't actually know that any of that was him. Samuel just kind of grumbles under his breath.
Shit.
And the guard captain says, "Listen, Samuel, why don't you take a step out, get yourself a little fresh air?" And she motions to the hobgoblin who brought you in to take him outside. "I'll come find you in a moment. I want to talk to your friends here." Samuel shrugs and leaves the room, as does the guard, shuts the door behind you. And the halfling leans over the desk, puts her elbows up, clasps her hands together. "All right. Don't think we've been properly introduced. My name is Kyra. I'm the captain of the guard here. And my people have informed me about what you found at Samuel's house."
Yeah.
"So this has just gotten that much more complicated. Because as far as I can tell, that is the same Samuel Cloudvale that I have known since he was a little boy."
Oh, so
Nice sense motive on that.
Go for it. Or I guess I roll that,
Yeah,
don't
I think so.
As far as you can tell, she's being truthful, but she's very stone-faced.
Yeah.
You can very clearly tell that she's used to keeping her emotions under.
Check, yeah.
"So, whatever's going on here, it's a bit beyond me.
Have there really been those disappearances that he alleges?
There've definitely been less disappearances and more, he believes people getting knocked off. You know, there's just strange people who oppose Gilbert do have a tendency to die,
Oh.
but Gilbert's
this-
never been connected to any of them, and not even all of them appear to be murders.
You know what?
Is this a common occurrence?
I wouldn't say common. I'd say once, maybe
maybe once a season since Gilbert got elected. Well, since actually before Gilbert got elected, because Dodd was before that.
That means, right? Means he's good at his job.
Or it means it's just what happens in a large town like this where people get desperate.
Yeah. We'll say that.
With the old town treasurer, Samuel
Hmm.
said that it was alleged that he was stabbed in the back after finding something in the books. I'm guessing you went over the books.
I don't know anything about finding things in the books, but as far as my people told me, everything was on the up and up. And, yeah, Jenlin's murder was never solved, unfortunately. And that case has gone long cold, but that was definitely probably one of the most suspicious of all of them. Because he was pretty vocal that he thought something was wrong. But, like I said, everything seemed to be on the up and up.
There's also the question of the other missing mask.
I suppose that's true.
What do you want us to do?
Well, I'd request that you don't leave town and keep your investigations as quiet as you can. Because you might have a bit of an advantage there with them not really knowing that you're investigating. Granted, I'm sure Samuel probably has figured that out by now. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gilbert's figured it out too. He's a smart cookie.
Shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I suppose don't get into too much trouble. You can keep your inquiries going, but I'd request that you don't break into any more houses. Because I will have to arrest you the next time it happens. I can let this first one slide.
We truly did think he might be in danger.
And that is why I'm able to let it slide. You still broke into his house instead of getting a guard.
We appreciate it and we won't do it again.
Good. Alright. Anything else you want to ask or talk about before I send you on your way?
No, I think we're good.
Alright. And, Wyatt, was it?
Yeah. Can I help you?
I know a glutton belly when I see one, and you are not a glutton belly.
Alright, then I'm not a glutton berry.
You're definitely not a glutton berry, but
Glutton belly, sorry. Haha.
So, I don't know what your deal is, but I'm keeping an eye on you. Consider
To be
yourself
fair, we don't know
suspicious.
what his deal is either.
Either way, he can consider himself under suspicion. And even once this whole thing is cleared up, I'm keeping an eye on you. The rest of you, so far, prove yourselves okay. You've not done anything other than break into a house to prove yourselves untrustworthy.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Alright, now get out of here.
Aye, aye. We'll be in touch, Captain.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You leave the office, and you leave the guard station. What now?
What time is it?
It is 1 p.m.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Good
A
God.
little after 1 p.m. Probably like 1:10.
The passage of time!
I know, it's almost as if I have the ability to have a real-time clock ticking
shut
for conversations,
no.
so conversations do happen in real time.
Oh
The
gosh.
devil, Cameron! The devil!
Why did we give him the DM tools for why did he get access to this? This is too much.
Because
Help.
I paid for them.
Oh yes.
True.
So, what do y'all want to do?
Did we see Samuel when we walked out, or did he go?
He was still in there, talking with a couple of the guards. Sounded like he was trying to get them on his side politically. Still campaigning.
Okay.
They said the name of a woman whose mother died? Like the treasurer's daughter.
Jinlin Dungstrike was the one he was stabbed in the back, yeah?
Yeah. That was the treasurer. The other one that he mentioned was Elturel Gwalaren, who was run over by a cart outside town hall.
But the guard mentioned the treasurer's daughter, right?
No.
No?
No.
Did he mention someone's daughter?
I do feel like I remember someone hearing something about a daughter.
I don't remember saying anything about a daughter.
I interpreted something as that she said as, "Oh, it was really a shame we couldn't solve this person's mother's case."
I know what you're talking about. Dord. She said the name Dord.
Oh.
Not daughter, I see.
No, it was Dord.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was said in passing, and there was no questioning of it, so you didn't get an elaboration.
That makes sense.
Well, drat. My next plan was we go question the daughter, so there is no daughter, I have no plan.
You might not have a plan, but you do have a little over 3 hours to kill.
I cast
We cast the spell Speed Up Time.
No, I cast Divine Lance and kill time. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to do things with your time, but I would recommend having things to do with your time.
Well, what's on our, I guess, to-do list? Are there any loose ends that we can tie up in the meantime?
I don't know of anything that we can tie up in the next couple hours.
Yeah, reasonably.
I mean, like,
at least.
on our to-do list is, like, deal with the Hermanthony, figure out what the hell is hiding in Samuel's goddamn skin, meet up with Dawn Caller when she's back in town. Like, that's our to-do list.
Yeah, and none of them can be done within like 4 hours. And
there's also, the fact that the snowmobile is in horrible disrepair.
Oh yeah, we could totally.
That's about the only other thing I can possibly think of.
Should we help him out?
Are we even qualified to help with that?
We can try.
I can move heavy things.
Are any of you any of you who are trained in crafting might be qualified to actually help?
No.
But anyone
Okay,
who's
I
not
can
trained
move
in
heavy
crafting.
things. Alright, let's go see Hetrick.
Hetrick.
Okay. You head on over to the Greenhouse Guild where Hetrick is still parked, and he's diligently working away. Sees y'all come up. Ah, hello there. Coming to say hello.
Yeah, you need any
help
help?
on the repairs if you needed it.
Aye, well, it would definitely make this go a little faster. I think I've got most of the supplies purchased. And here's my receipts so far. And he hands them to Wyatt.
How much is it?
It's a solid, 43 gold.
Shit, I don't have 43 gold.
What do you have?
I have 22 gold. Anyone else? Can anyone split up maybe 21 gold pieces?
Well, I mean, what is 43 divided by however many party members?
4 currently.
I take it from Dubs sleeping.
I did spend a bit of my own, all of my own money to actually get these things and build a little bit of credit, so you can take off 16 of that.
That sounds a little too liberal. I feel bad.
Okay, yeah, let's just split that 43 gold 5 ways.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I could hoof a bit more if you guys need it.
So 43 divided by 5 is 8.6.
8.6, yeah.
Okay, what 0.6 is how many silver?
6
Six.
silver.
Yeah.
And 8 gold, which is 80 silver.
8 gold, 6 silver.
Yes.
Paid.
Right.
8.6 gold paid.
And
Yep.
Hetrick is not going to let you fully reimburse him, so he will allow partial reimbursement. So he will be number 5 of the 4.
No.
There's 4 of you, and then the 5 of him.
No, we're
'Cause you all got the same
stealing
amount
from
of money.
Fob. We're stealing Fob.
We loot Thub's body.
Yeah.
Yeah, we loot Fob. Yeah, we're looting
I
him.
also
We're...
change out his soap for the honeysuckle soap.
Do you actually want to steal from him?
I mean,
Fuck yeah, he's
I
missing
feel
the
like
session,
it's
of course.
Stealing. It's
It's an exchange.
it's a group.
Because Hetrick is
Price
fully
tag.
willing to have paid that share.
You don't understand. This is about sending a message, okay?
Thub is part of the group. He gotta.
I understand the
Pay
sending the message
for-
thing. However, out of character, I don't know how I feel about you all taking items from another player who isn't here.
I want to do
Fair.
it just to see his reaction.
He is here. He's asleep.
I just want to see him like rage quit because of it. And that's all I want.
You want to
We'll
see
slip
Jacob,
the bill under the
Jacob
door.
Perez rage
Yeah.
quit?
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
instead of that, hold up. Instead
Yeah.
of that, we'll just make a note and
Yeah.
leave it with Thub's sleeping body that next time he owes a double share for snowmobile expenses.
There we go.
Yes,
Leave
there
the
we
bill
go.
under the
Okay,
door.
okay.
Okay.
Boom. We'll take
Excellent.
it.
All right. So, Hetrick pays a partial share, and that is that for that. Because Hetrick is like, listen, it is my snowmobile. I am the driver. I'm the one who built it. Kind of my baby, so I want to put. I'm part of this crew, aren't I?
You are.
Yeah. Hell.
So
Though-
I'm paying my fair share.
I do think we should maybe train some other people to be able to drive it just in case of
Probably.
calamity.
Probably not the worst idea for us to have, but that's going to take a little time, and it will take a repaired vehicle.
True. Alright, well, we'll keep that in mind, because we should definitely do that before we start cross-country trekking.
Okay. So, who of you is trained in crafting?
That would be me.
Okay, Bastion and Thub. Gotcha.
No,
So,
Bob.
in that case, Bastion, you can go ahead and make a crafting check to try to help if you'd like. And then everyone else, I guess Morgrim,
It's a
you can
7.
hold the flashlight for them.
Don't they have any heavy
It's a
lifting they
7.
need to do?
I don't do
Um,
anything helpful. In fact, I'm probably more of a hindrance than a
Bastion,
help.
you're definitely not being as helpful as you'd like to be. Morgrim, you definitely are. You're able to help, like, sort of act. Well, I guess make an athletics check for me here.
19.
Yeah, you're able to sort of act as alongside. I would say with Thicket and Wyatt both be willing to help.
Yeah.
with lifting.
Of course.
Well, I have a -1 to crafting.
Not crafting, with
Lifting.
lifting. This is just lifting.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, yeah, with the help of Thicket and Wyatt, mostly you, though, you're able to act as sort of a lift to push the thing up so that Hetrick can get under it more easily. So I'd say you give that a couple hours and give yourselves enough time to get back to the town hall. So, yeah, you definitely make some good headway on that with Hetrick. And then you head on back to the town hall in time for your meeting. You walk in, and as you're on the way back down, you definitely see that Samuel's house is now swarming with guards.
Oh shit.
As you approach town hall, it appears pretty much the same as you left it, just later in the day. You walk on in. The secretary sighs. All right. The mayor will see you now.
Thank you.
So you walk on into Gilbert's office, and he greets you with a big smile. Hey there! How are we all doing? I hear there was some kerfuffling last night, wasn't there?
Gilbert, I feel like a kerfuffle is an understatement of an alleged assassination and
Yeah.
terrorism plot.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
What the
The
hell
smile
happened,
just
man?
falls off his face like immediately. I have no idea what happened there. As I told the gods, I had nothing to do with it, and I do not know what happened. But I just... Samuel's my brother, and I love him. Despite all of his flaws, despite all of his nonsense. I wouldn't want him
Sense.
dead.
Are we all rolling a sense motive
Yeah.
check on that?
Yeah.
All of us are.
Just a moment, please. I gotta roll for all of you.
Okay.
As we forced Cam to roll 3 million dice.
Yes. Remember,
Um,
I just realized he's rolling these dice with the dice he uses to try and kill us with. So it should be
Yes.
good, right?
Should be.
Well,
should
it
even
doesn't
out.
mean that the rolls are always good, it just means the rolls are always against us.
So, I would say Bastion and Thicket, you mostly think everything checks out here. Wyatt and Morgrim, you definitely feel that he's not quite being truthful. It feels like something's being held back. He does, however, Morgrim, as far as you can tell, he does definitely seem to have genuine concern for his brother. Yeah. So, I guess thanks for getting him out of there and getting as many of the people out as you could. Really nasty incident, huh?
Has your brother been different lately?
No, pretty much the same as he's been for a while.
How long's a while?
Around when I got elected. He was always kind of jealous of me, I suppose. I mean, he's my younger brother, so he always kind of felt like he was in my shadow, I suppose. And I always got everything first, and he didn't like that.
When did he get elected?
Around 2 years ago, as far as you're aware.
And when was the last diary entry?
Like half a year ago.
Okay. So, nothing in the past year, 6 months?
I mean, now that we're getting closer to an election season, he's definitely taken up more campaigning than he used to. It used to just sort of be that he was grumpy. And I mean, now he's just very much gotten in the spirit of trying to overthrow me in the next election.
Gilbert, what can you tell me about your abduction?
My abduction?
The abduction, where we met you.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I was walking home. I'd been working late that night. I was walking home, and there was screaming. Just heard a lot of people yelling. I saw guards running around, and I just sort of tried to book it home as fast as I could. And I guess that's just when they got me.
You don't remember being taken?
Well, I remembered sort of when I stopped remembering. I remember feeling extra cold. But I didn't see who took me or anything. I didn't really know what was going on. I just sort of turned tail and ran from the direction of the screams, but I guess they came from multiple directions or something.
Knowing what I know about everybody in the party's abduction stories, was anybody else like out walking around, running around when they were taken?
Morgan was being escorted to the well, I don't know if Morgan would have actually shared her story. But so I don't know if would Morgan have shared her abduction story?
I mean, she definitely would have done it while they were abducted, but if Bastion would have asked her about it later on, she would have shared it with Bastion.
Including the part where you were getting hauled off to jail?
Yeah.
So,
I feel like this
Morgan
party
was out and about, and Thicket and Thub were both camping.
Was everybody else from your party of abductees from here?
Yeah, everyone was from Gallandon, and everyone. I mean, basically, until you all showed up, everyone was from Gallandon. There were a couple who showed up from Rock, right before you, I think. But as far as I'm aware, everyone was Gallandon. I recognized everyone and everything.
You recognized everyone.
Yeah, at least the 4 others that were in your room before you got thrown in there. I woke up maybe only I was put in that room maybe only a day or 2 before you got there. I don't know. Time was kind of difficult to tell without any access to the sun. But yeah, everyone seemed to be my people, and there just wasn't anything that I could do. I guess I never saw any of them come back as any of those things, though. That was the weird thing, is they always seem to just poof, gone.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Because the ones that died, what happened to the civilians that died during the ritual?
You didn't give me anything specific, so well, they were turned into frost zombies, and then you killed them.
Okay. So, like, it wasn't like they became frost zombies.
Yes.
Where are they going?
Gilbert shrugs. Beats the shit out of me. I'm just glad to be out of there, and I hope that you stopped fully whatever was going on there.
I don't know if we did.
Well, you took their shiny rock, so at the very least there's that. Unless they've got another one.
Yeah, well, it popsicleizes Thicket kind of at random, so
Well, that's weird.
yeah, it is.
I try not to think about it.
Don't blame you. Well, listen, was there anything else in specific you wanted to talk about?
Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday, I was here. I was a little tired, so I went to bed a little early, probably around maybe 8 o'clock or so.
So you were here when the attack happened.
Yeah, I saw it through the window, but, and there wasn't much I could do. The local firefighters were already out and about, and I saw, well, I'm guessing was you all getting out. So I just sort of had the feeling there wasn't going to be anything good to come of me going down there myself.
Right, well,
Honestly, it was a little bit too emotionally processed, because I had no idea if Samuel was alive or not until a god came by to talk to me about it.
Right. Well, anyone else got anything, or?
Not me.
Well, good to see you, man. We're gonna keep an eye out.
Yeah.
See if we can keep both you and Samuel, above ground.
That would be preferable. All right. Take care, friends.
Take care.
You all exit the office. Do you leave the town hall?
Yes.
Okay. You are now out in the town square.
I don't know about you folks. I think we might want to swing by that, less fortunate's house at some point.
I agree. There's something going on there.
Okay. So, as you're discussing this, you hear footsteps getting faster coming closer to you.
I'm gonna draw
Uh-oh.
my sword.
Whoa.
Bastion, you draw your sword. You whip around as a tall, dark figure is upon you, giving you a big old hug. It's Dawn Caller.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Oh,
You don't know the week we've had.
the week you've had. I don't know the week. You don't know the week I've had.
Hey!
Oh.
Did you know that your fucking town has a domestic terrorism problem?
What?
The bank! It was on fucking fire when we went to a political... It...
She looks over at the bank. Oh, well, I'll be damned, it is. What the fuck? I quite literally just walked back into town.
Pleasure to see you, as always. Town falling apart at the seams.
Okay, to my office? To my office.
Sounds good. I'm gonna sheath my sword.
Okay, does everyone go with?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think from here on out, we're keeping the party together.
Where's the dragon?
Ugh,
Good
they're passed
question.
out.
Huh.
They might be in a food coma. It's
I
unclear.
suppose we'll just have to get this information to them later. Because this is pretty important. And she brings you on in, and she sort of just keeps babbling on about the trip. Nothing really of note other than just how shit the weather was, and how she's not used to trekking through the open country like that anymore. As she's just sort of puttering around her office, unpacking a little bit. And finally, she just sort of takes a deep breath, plops down in her chair. So, where's the soul of... She notices Thicket. She looks up at you, Bastion. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
I figured it's the heirloom of his people. I didn't realize he was gonna stick it to his chest.
Are you fucking serious? I specifically told you to keep it away. It's fine.
You told me to keep it away from him. I point at Wyatt.
I told you to keep it away from... I don't remember my words exactly, but they were something along the lines of you should keep it safe, and I was kind of implying that you should keep it with you and you alone, but okay, that's fine. This is fine.
I didn't realize he was going to put it in his chest. Why would I have thought that anyone was going to take the Soul of Frost and put it in their chest?
I don't bloody know.
If I may.
Yes, brother.
Wasn't necessarily my idea to put it in me chest there.
Well, whose was it?
Yeah, what the hell do you mean?
The creature that lives in me chest, Cranberry. It was his idea.
And you listened to the weird little elemental thing in your fucking chest?
Well, he hasn't led me astray so far.
You're 20 years in the future of where you should be.
I still don't know about that.
Oh, Mordred save us. Okay. Well, the important thing is, I went up, I met with the chief. I told him everything about this. And certainly he seemed kind of interested and a little worried, I think. I don't ever think I've really seen worry as an emotion, so I'm not from him, so I'm not really entirely sure on that one. But well, long story short, he's on his way here. And
I don't reckon he'll be pleased with the I gesture at Thicket's chest.
I don't know what he'll think. Do you know how long it's been since an Arany chief has interacted with anyone other than the other non-town and the Sabretooth?
No?
It has been several decades, not since the treaty was signed that stopped all the war. I think that should possibly put into perspective how big of an impact this is. That you found this thing.
I think we're breaking the country. Maybe we should just get on a ship and go somewhere else.
I don't know if that's the best idea either, because from the sounds of it, he very much wants to see it and get a vibe of it. And he said that if it is what we think it is, then there's going to be some things we need to get underway. And if it isn't, then it still is a really powerful artifact that we should probably figure out what to do with. But you know, if anyone's going to know what to do, it's going to be the chief. So I'd estimate that it'll probably be here in around 3 days or so. Maybe less, maybe more. So I've got a lot of work to do to get prepared for that.
What should we do?
Well, I don't know. Do whatever it is you've been doing. Just try to be in town when they get here and preferably stay alive.
I would like to fill her in on the events of the past 2 days.
Yeah, you start filling her in, and her eyes just go wider and wider.
Plop, plop, both eyes on the ground, jaw as well.
You met Crocatuk at least. They're a nice fella. Would you have told her about Gentique?
Yes.
Oh, God.
No, what to make of that weird Gentique fella?
Neither do we.
And I really don't know what to make of an alleged assassination attempt by Gilbert. That does not seem like him at all.
Well, it's all the more questionable now that we found the other faces in
Yeah, well,
Samuel's house.
That's a whole different beast entirely. Like, I knew that man had issues, but this takes the cake. Okay, well, I definitely have a lot of work to do then. I'd sure hope that Gilbert isn't behind this, because he's my mentor and all. If he is behind this, though, then that kind of makes me question my own office, because this was his office before it was mine.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
So if any of you were still looking for Gilbert's profession, you just learned it.
Yup.
he was the DA.
There we
Yes.
go. Prosecuting officer.
Okay. Well, hmm. Okay. Bastion, can I have a word with you alone?
Yeah. I'll catch up with you lads in a minute.
Stay safe, all right?
I think I'll be safe with a longtime friend in the DA's office.
Okay. So, Wyatt, Thicken, and Morgrim, do you just head outside the office, or do you go outside
Yeah.
the building?
Head outside the office.
Yeah, let's go outside.
Okay. Like outside, or just out of the room?
I guess just
Out of the room. Yeah. No way we're leaving.
Okay.
There cannot be more than 10 feet away from each other, I feel like. Or 3 feet of wood.
I
Right?
feel like we've given Wyatt an attachment disorder, and I'm not loving it.
Yeah, 100%. I think you'll have noticed, I think, throughout the day, that Wyatt doesn't actually keep any of you out of sight. He is constantly looking at each of you and making sure none of you are being, like, straying a little too far.
So, the door closes to the office, and Don Collar, who got up to close the door, goes back over to you, Bastion. Just gently grabs you by the shoulders. Okay. This is all really a lot.
Hey, I've always had a knack for finding trouble.
Yeah.
Only
Something
makes sense
like
I
that.
blow into town when your town is, about to implode.
I guess so. And you can see tears starting to well up in her eyes.
I'm gonna reach and brush those tears away. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I'm not so sure about that. Bastion, you don't know what he told me.
What did he tell you?
I can't say, but Bastion, if this is what we really think it is, I don't really know what might happen.
We'll cross the bridge when we come to it.
I'm not so sure there'll be much of a bridge to cross. To me, it looks more like a chasm.
Well, then we'll climb the bloody chasm.
I hope we can. I hope you're right.
We've got out of rough scrapes before.
Aye,
We'll make it work.
by the scruff of our necks. But we done it.
Yeah.
I mean, we managed to deal with the dragon with only one loss. So,
Yes, and then we were the only two people who survived that very ill-fated party. But
aye,
we survived it, and we're fine.
aye, I suppose so. As fine as we can be. I've missed you, my friend.
It's been too long.
It has. And she's gonna pull you in for a hug. Okay, I won't keep you for too long. Take care of yourself, okay? Please.
Will do.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll see you around.
All right. Bastion exits the office.
She injured?
She appears no more injured than before.
Okay, just making sure.
I like to imagine that as I walk out, he's just run up and starts examining me.
This
This
poor
tiny
To which I just-
2.3.
I just take my orc hand, fit it over his tiny forehead, and push him away.
Ah.
boundaries.
Ah, fuck you.
So, as Bastion sets boundaries with Wyatt, that is where we're gonna come to the end of tonight's session. So, Bastion, how are you feeling?
Concerned. Anything that's got Dawn Caller this off kilter is not good.
Morgrim, how are you feeling?
There's a lot going on, and she doesn't like any of it.
Fair enough. Thicket, how are you feeling?
I'm not sure which is scarier. The web of political conspiracy that we've found ourselves trapped in, or the probable nuke that is currently lodged in my chest.
Don't
is
forget
like
the
a
Hermanthony.
There's
The
a
Hermanthony is
Oh, yeah.
also there.
I mean, I think there's like a 5. We just realized, like, throughout the entire experience, there's a 5 megaton warhead just casually walking around, right? It's like, you know, like, oh shoot, what was that movie that like instantly froze everybody in like a 5-mile radius? I'm trying to remember.
I have no idea.
Okay,
I don't know what you're referring to.
I think it was a Day After Tomorrow or whatever, or
I've
the
never
one
seen
with the
that.
iced up New York. Yeah, this is literally what friggin' Thicket's walking around as, living apocalypse.
Wyatt, how are you feeling?
He's very concerned for everybody. He's not showing it, but he's very, very concerned.
Fair enough, fair enough. And how are we all feeling as players?
Wait, this is the first time we really had political intrigue in a campaign, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so, oh, I'm so excited.
Me too. It's fun.
Man, I feel like all these times we were like doing intrigue stuff and we're breaking into like places and things, like I feel like if we just switched places, if Wyatt was in friggin' Abomination Vaults and Inara was here, it'd be great. Anyway.
If Wyatt was in Abomination Vaults, y'all would be probably not 2 party members down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh. That was fun. I am glad that you guys went to investigate Samuel's house.
Did you we had that planned out? Or you're like, if Samuel's house has all this shit in there, it's gonna be horrifying.
Oh yeah, I had that planned out.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
God.
fine.
I don't know how I never expect your reactions to be as... I never expect you to actually be as horrified by the things I put in front of you as you are, but like...
Well, you know what? Somebody's really good at describing things viscerally. And you know what? I feel like a lot of us have active imaginations. And
I was
And
freaked
just-
out when you described the mirror.
yes! Yes!
To be fair,
don't
I
know-
was already primed that I thought that we were gonna find his body.
Yeah.
So finding like peeled faces, I was like, oh, it's that, but worse.
I love that, you know, your first response wasn't, oh, I bet we should probably figure out where he is. It was, let's break into his house. He might be dead.
I mean,
Cam,
to be fair,
knowing your campaigns.
yeah.
This is fair.
Cam, you kept specifying there were lights on. I was like, well, if there are lights on, someone's in there.
Yeah, so, and he didn't answer the door, and we got worried, right?
This is fair.
It's like if I left the lights on in my house and then was like confused when people were like, what the fuck?
I kind of wish that Jacob was here, because I suspected the first thing he would try to do is put the face on his own face. And it would have been the
Probably.
funniest fucking
The
thing.
second thing he would have tried to do is find out if the faces counted as ingredients that could have been.
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.